Have you ever looked at your bank account after a completely normal month and wondered where all your money went? You didn't buy anything crazy, no major purchases, just regular stuff. Groceries, a few meals out, maybe a new phone because your old one was getting slow. And yet, somehow, you're sitting there thinking you should have way more money than you do. The thing is, and this is what most people don't realize until it's too late, a lot of the stuff we buy today just isn't worth it anymore. Not even close. Prices have gone completely insane on things that used to be reasonable, and we're all just sort of going along with it because that's what everyone does. My name is Joe, and I help people understand money and how to actually keep more of it instead of watching it disappear on overpriced garbage. We're living in a time where the average person is basically a financial sleepwalker, stumbling through life wondering why they never have anything left over at the end of the month. The reality is that companies have figured out they can charge more and people will still pay, so they keep raising prices and we keep paying because we think we don't have a choice, but we do. You can either look wealthy or be wealthy, but for most people, you can't do both. Every dollar you spend on impressing other people or buying stuff you don't need is a dollar that's not working for your future. We've been conditioned to believe that more stuff equals more happiness, when the opposite is usually true. We're trading our future financial freedom for temporary consumerism, and we're doing it through a series of micro-decisions that burn mental energy and drain our wealth. Today, we're going to run the real math on 10 things that are officially no longer worth your hard-earned money. 1. Fast food. It needs to be said, fast food isn't cheap anymore. It used to be the thing you got because it was quick and affordable. The whole point was grabbing a burger for a few bucks. Those days are gone. Now you're looking at $12, $15, sometimes $20 for a meal at a place like McDonald's. You're standing at a counter or sitting in your car eating out of a paper bag, and it's costing you the same as a decent meal at a casual dining place would have cost just a few years ago. The value proposition has completely disappeared. You're paying premium prices for low-quality food. 2. Sit-down restaurants. Going out to eat has become a luxury expense that adds up so fast it's genuinely shocking. You order a couple of entrees, an appetizer, and drinks, and suddenly you're looking at an $80 or $100 bill for 2 people at a place that isn't even fancy. When you do this multiple times a week, you're talking about thousands of dollars every month just disappearing into restaurant bills for food you could have made at home for a fraction of the cost. Most people who are really struggling to build wealth are eating out way too often. That's usually where a huge chunk of their income is going. 3. Brand new cars. This drives me crazy because the math is so obvious. Buying a new car is financial suicide. The moment you drive it off the lot, it loses something like 20% of its value instantly. You haven't even gotten home yet, and you're already down thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, you're probably making a $700 or $900 payment on a depreciating liability that is actively becoming worth less and less. A 3 or 4-year-old used car is just as reliable, gets you to the same places, and someone else already took the massive financial penalty of depreciation. 4. Branded luxury clothing. Unless you're buying high-quality items that last for years, like a good pair of boots, most expensive clothing is a waste. Most people aren't buying quality, they're buying logos. You can buy a plain white t-shirt for $10, or you can buy the same shirt with a designer logo for $200. Nobody actually cares what brand your t-shirt is, except you. Nobody's impressed. People go into credit card debt to buy designer bags and sneakers because they think it makes them look successful, but it's just marketing convincing you that you need these things to be worth something. 5. Elaborate vacations you can't afford. Travel has value, but not if it's putting you in debt. People see vacation photos on social media and feel like they have to do the same, so they book trips on credit cards and spend the next year paying them off with interest. You don't have to work until you're 70 because you spent all your money on international vacations in your 20s. The better approach is to take smaller trips closer to home until you can actually afford the big ones without debt. 6. Streaming service bloat. Everyone has 5 or 6 streaming services now. Each one is only $10 or $15, but it adds up to $80 a month, which is nearly $1,000 a year for television. You're likely using 1 or 2 regularly and barely touching the others. Cable is even worse. People are paying $150 a month for hundreds of channels they never watch when everything is available via streaming. It's a leak in your budget that could be going toward your future self. 8. Unused gym memberships. People sign up for a gym, pay $60 a month, and stop going after 2 weeks. They keep paying because canceling feels like admitting defeat. That's $600 a year gone. If you're not using it, cancel it. Admitting you aren't going is better than lighting $600 on fire every year. 9. Annual electronic upgrades. Buying a new phone every year is one of the dumbest ways people waste money. A new iPhone costs $1,000, and people buy them even when their current phone works perfectly fine. Does the slightly better camera actually improve your life? Probably not. Tech companies use planned obsolescence to make you feel like you need the newest model, but keeping your device for 4 or 5 years instead of upgrading constantly would save you thousands that could be invested. 10. Status spending. This is the ultimate trap, buying things to project an image of wealth to people who don't even care about you. Expensive watches and luxury cars you can barely afford are usually driven by insecurity. Truly wealthy people don't need to prove anything. It's the wealth pretenders who spend every dollar they have to look rich while having zero savings or investments for their future. Look wealthy versus be wealthy. The reality is that prices have gone up on everything, and they aren't coming down. You have to decide, do you want actual financial security or the appearance of it? Real wealth is about accumulating choices, not accumulating stuff. When you stop spending to impress others, you gain the freedom to design your life on your own terms. The psychology of the open tab. Your brain doesn't just care about the dollar amount of debt, it cares about the open tab. Carrying these monthly payments, whether it's a car, a couch, or a streaming service, creates cognitive impairment and anxiety. When you close these accounts, your stress levels drop, you sleep better, and you actually perform better on cognitive tasks. The power of compound interest. Every $100 you waste on overpriced garbage has a massive opportunity cost. If you took just $200 a month and put it into an index fund starting at age 22, you'd have over $1 million by age 67. But if you wait until 32 because you were busy buying new cars and $200 t-shirts, you lose $300,000 in growth. Time is your most valuable asset, not the amount of money you start with. If this video helped you realize where your money is actually leaking, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel out and keeps this Real Talk Finance reaching more people who need to hear it. I want to hear from you in the comments. What is one thing you recently realized is no longer worth the money? Let's talk about it down there. Now, cutting these expenses is the first step, but what happens once you actually start keeping that money? In the next video, I'm going to show you why everything changes once you hit your first $10,000 in savings. It's not just a number in a bank account, it's a psychological tipping point that shifts you from playing defense to playing offense with your life. I'll see you over there.